everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. It's your homie Invader Brain, Mr. Brain, the Booja, whatever name I go by when it comes to this time of year, I don't know. But everybody just calls me Brian. I'm here tonight with Snickle.
Yellow.
And the Waves.
Yo.
Tonight we have a few topics to talk about, but first we have some shameless plugs. If you like the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you have a topic, please leave a comment and we will talk about it next week. And if you're feeling really fancy, hit that bell notification so you know when we upload something new. All the links to our Twitters, our YouTube channels, our PSN profiles is in the link below. Also, please consider joining the Rogue Hunters Twitter account.
Also, before we go any farther, I saw that we got some more subscribe last week. And we have that challenge going. So remember.
Man, you read my mind, Snickle.
Yes,
because I wrote down once we get to 100 subscribers, Snickle Waves and I will be streaming the Killzone Shadows Fall multiplayer boost on Snickle's Twitch, which there's a link down below for. And then what's the other one we got going? We got the 100 subscriber one, and what was the other one?
1,000 subs by the end of 2021, and Waves and myself will play Dead or Alive Extreme 3 on Twitch, and I will get banned.
Let's get Snickle banned, everybody.
Well, there's actually
cancel culture at its fullest. Get us subscribers.
Is that game actually banned on Twitch?
No, probably not. But there's a lot of titty going around. But there's actually another caveat to the Killzone thing, and that is that Waves mentioned it last week, but it can actually be done now. But Waves and I, well, I guess mainly me but Waves will be helping. I'll be doing Killzone Mercenary as well on stream. So it can be done now.
All right. And well, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew and energy drinks. So let's get this podcast started. What has everybody been playing this week? Snickle, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, I can. It's not too crazy, but I've been putting all my time into this game called Marvel's Avengers.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best game, but I mean, I haven't really been playing too much of it just because I've kind of gotten to a point where I was just signing on to kind of do daily content to work towards maxing out characters, and there's trophies related to doing like daily assignments and getting to certain faction levels, and you can only do so much stuff in one day. So I've kind of just been signing on every day, doing my daily stuff and signing off. So I haven't really been playing too much. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours a day of Marvel's Avengers, if that. So that's actually, surprisingly, all I've been playing this week.
Wow.
But I'm really close to getting it done. Brian and I have been playing through, well, we haven't necessarily been playing together, but we've kind of been like updating each other like every single day where we kind of stand and what we need to do. And Brian's probably like one step behind me, which is basically to like max out one of his heroes. But for the most part, we both have like the same thing left, which is to just grind out the hive missions, a few collectees, and then that's basically it. I mean, I think you have a few daily things left as well, but that'll come with maxing out the character, so.
Yeah, I got my 100 assignments done. I just need to do my getting the what are that materials called for doing your dailies?
Oh, the polycorn.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it was nice when I got my stuff, all my daily stuff done, but if you're done the 100 assignments, you should be pretty close to. You should probably have like 2 or 3 days left of dailies and everything to get the. I mean, what's your major artifact to? What level?
7, I think.
Oh, so yeah, you're probably about 2 or 3 days away from, because I think to get it from 9 to 10 was 65 polycorn, 8 to 9 was 50. I think the one before that was 45, maybe. It goes up like pretty significantly, but you can earn, I think you can earn like 26 of them a day. Maybe more, honestly.
Let's see, it's 8 per faction, 16. You get 3 for each of the villain sectors. So that's 6.
If it lets you do both of them.
Yeah, so 16 plus 6 is 22.
22. Well, there's 10 missions, right? There's 10 assignments that you can do.
No, there's 8. And I thought it was 8.
I think it's 10.
Oh yeah, you're right. 10.
So it's 10,
okay. Yeah,
10,
so,
10, and 6.
So 26.
Yeah, so it's not too bad, but
No.
yeah, it's just been. I know Waves has his feelings on the game. I talked about it in my trophy talk, but like I don't think it's an awful game. It's just it's a textbook games as a service, having to sign on every day, do daily stuff every day. I mean, even if you go and you play Destiny, it's the same shit. It may not be every day, but you have to sign on, once or twice a week to get done your weekly stuff to make progress towards really anything that you want to make progress towards. So it's just the name of the game, and it's working for me right now because I feel like I don't have a lot of time to play games in the first place. So it's working fine for me.
Okay.
But I'm getting there. I think I should be done by maybe the end of the weekend, early next week. We'll see what happens. I'm probably not going to play too much of it this weekend. I'm going to be trying to go back and do a game that I finished a while ago, just because when I go away on the weekends, I don't like to play things that I want to make videos for. So I try to play something that I kind of need to grind out. So Avengers was that.
Right.
A game that I started a few months ago to kind of play, but then I got kind of bored doing it by myself, was Red Dead 2 online.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think I did it for 2 weeks, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm not really about this. It's kind of boring to play by myself.
I think me and you did one night of that. Then shit happened with my old account, and everything kind of fell apart.
Yeah, but I want to go back to that at some point. But I'm gonna play. I think I'm gonna do. Well, I guess we'll see how long it lasts. But I'm gonna be doing NBA Live 18, which is just a pooper, but whatever.
Okay.
I have to grind out a lot of stuff in that game, and I've already done the multiplayer and the ultimate team and everything, so I just need to play it.
Nice, very nice. So just Avengers this week for you. Waves, have you played anything at all?
Nope.
He's played himself.
Damn.
The fucking Texas weather played me, but yeah, I've just been. I play when I can, and it's not that much recently. I'll probably be catched up. Nah, not catched up. I'll probably be caught up with work and shit when spring break comes in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Well, I'll probably start playing more.
Did you play?
Yeah, usually that's what happens with Waves. He'll get busy during the school, but once he gets a break, he's hardcore gaming with us.
Yeah, that's why I need this man to graduate so we can just play games together.
Get shit done.
Which is fine. I don't hate on Waves for it. I was in that position at one point too. So
yeah, no rush, man.
I have played some of my Switch though. I guess I can say that, but that's about it.
Well, did you play Persona 5 Strikers when it came out? Even for a little bit.
Yeah. So, the last time we recorded the podcast is pretty much the last time I played the game. I think.
Okay.
But
okay.
But yeah, I'm past the first boss already. I like the game. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of that. The type of game is called Musou style or something like that.
Oh.
It's Dynasty Warriors type of shit.
Okay, cool.
Where it's just huge mobs and stuff, and I think it works in Dynasty Warriors because there isn't mini bosses and stuff, so it's usually just you wailing on crowds of dudes. In this game, there's mini bosses and stuff, and it's just. I don't know if I just suck at the game, but I die a lot, so that's about it. That's my thoughts on it right now. But That's really all I've been playing.
Alright. Okay, that leaves me. I went through a weird phase over the weekend. You ever get you want to play games, but you don't know what you want to play, so you just start playing random crap?
Yeah.
That was me this weekend. I started up Wreckfest, got 2 trophies, got bored. Started up South Park Stick of Truth, got 5 trophies, got bored. Played started the Immortals Phoenix Rising DLC. Played like 2 things of it. Went to something else. Worked on Borderlands 3. Got my level 50 character. Left that. Played the first episode of Leon's Story in Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
Then grind out Marvel's Avengers a little bit over the weekend. Actually, quite a bit. Monday, though, got online with Gridman, and me and him got the online done for Ratchet and Clank All for One.
Nice.
So that's done. Also, Gridman, I know you listen. Thank you for all the help, and I swear I'm not that bad of a gamer because that one trophy was pissing me off.
Hey, Gridman, I know you're listening. Enemy front soon. Keep an ear open.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, buddy.
2 weeks. Keep an ear open.
Yeah, there's one trophy in Ratchet and Clank where you have to use like a light to hit like generators, and you can only hit the generators, and there's like these reflectors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't hit the reflectors. Well, me and Gridman near the end of the one. We had one left, and I kept missing and hitting the reflector and killing, missing him, hitting a reflector, and the reflector bounced off and hit a generator. And I did this like 4 times on him, and I swear, I was like, dude, I'm not this bad of a gamer, I swear.
Yeah, I feel it. But, like, the whole, like, what you were talking about, like, going through, like, games because you don't know what you want to play, I feel like everyone kind of goes through that. I recently haven't been, like, going through that. Like, when I've been playing a game, I've been trying to, like, stick to it no matter, like, if I'm liking it or not, which is, like, part of the reason why I, like, am not playing or doing, like, I feel like a lot of, like, multiplayer games like I want to, because I have, like, a shit ton of, like, PS3 multiplayers that I could do, like, by myself that I just haven't had it's not that I haven't had the drive to want to do them, but it's almost like I'm just so invested in, like, trying to get done one thing that, like, I don't want to focus on, like, anything else. Even, like, one other, like, game, I don't even want to focus on it.
Right. Well, it's like I did that, like, Friday night and the Saturday. And then Sunday, I was like, man, it's out of my system. I just sat down, I played a little bit of Ratchet and Clank, and then I played Marvel's Avengers. I'm like, alright, well, these will probably be the 2 games I'm switching off on anyway. And I'm like, ever since then, I haven't had the urge. I'm like, okay, I'll just play those 2. That was weird.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean...
but for the little bit I did play at Wreckfest, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I saw that you, like, put, like, a few games on your list. Well, I guess it was really only, like, Wreckfest and South Park.
Yeah, that was it.
Because you were doing the multiplayer for All for One with Gridman. But, like, I was looking at it and I was like, it's not like they're both, like, kind of, like, they're both really fun games and they're both kind of easy. So it's not like you're putting yourself, like, it's not like it's, like, a detriment to, like, play through any of them. Almost, like, not like Marvel Avengers, like, you're gonna have to fucking dedicate, like, weeks to it, but...
Right. Like, South Park, I could probably kill that off this weekend if I wanted to. I could probably do the same thing with Wreckfest, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, Wreckfest, you can get done... If you do, like, the bare... Sounds like shitty because, like, you want to play games, but, like, if you do, like, the bare minimum events to get the trophies, and then you just, like, farm out the level 50, you can get that done in, like, probably, like, 2 days. It's really not that bad. My problem was when I played through, I was actually, like, legitimately playing all of the events like an idiot up until, like, the last one. And then the races were taking, like, 15 minutes to get done, and I was like, this is too fucking much, bro. I can't be doing all this.
The one thing I hated about the game, I hated driving the couches. They were so bad to handle.
Oh, yeah. Then you have to do the one challenge with them. I think there's only one challenge with the couches. The figure eight course.
Yeah, that was the one I was doing.
Yeah, that one's kind of shitty, but the game is fun. I mean, the only thing I can warn you about is, like, when you're playing through, like, the AI will, like, intentionally try to crash you, and, like, they don't care what happens to them. Like, they'll literally dive bomb their car into the wall to fuck you up, and they'll, like, fuck their race up. Like, they don't care.
Yeah, I ran into that once already, but it was my first 1v1 race with the AI, and he tried, like, slamming me, and so I just restarted the race, and before he could do it again, I threw him off the road, and he was like, I double lapped him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that works.
Yeah, you could do that. You can sabotage them too, which is good. And they don't have, like, a revenge. Like, it's not like they have revenge, so you could literally sabotage, like, every single racer. They wouldn't give a fuck. Like, it's just, like, part of, like, the thing. But yeah, that was, like, the one part that annoyed me. It was, like, the AI would literally destroy themselves to try to take you out. I'm just like, bro, can you back off for a second? So
Yeah, but other than that, I think it's fun. South Park, if anybody doesn't know, I'm a big South Park fan. So, I love the South Park games. I've played Stick of Truth, I don't know. I think every account I've had to play every South Park game. So, that's not going to change with this account.
damn.
So, I'm excited to do that. After Marvel's Avengers, me and Snickle were, MLB The Show 17? That you were talking about, I believe?
Yeah, we'll probably do the show 17
At some point, yeah. At some point.
Yeah, we have a few
Games up in the air.
yeah, we have a few games up in the air that we're gonna be working on, but yeah, I mean, it be what it be.
Yeah, after I pretty much got the single player left to do and Ratchet and Clank All for One. Once I get that done and Tomb Raider, I'm going to move on to Sly Cooper 2.
Nice.
And then move on to Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal. Assault, I believe it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
FFA.
yeah, FFA. I've heard
Yeah, I want to get the shitty Ratchet and Clanks out the way, and then I'll move on to the good ones.
I actually enjoyed FFA.
yeah, I
I'm
was
probably in the
Oh, did you
minority
really?
for that.
yeah, I was going to say I've heard a lot of
I'm-
people say that All for One is the worst out of all of them, and I don't know. I guess it's personal preference on what you like, what style of game you like more.
You know what? Once I beat get the platinum in the whole trilogy, or just not trilogy series, then I'll make my assessment which ones were good or bad. But it's from what I've played in the past of Ratchet and Clank, it's not the best one. I don't give two shits about the story, sadly. So, but it doesn't really fit into the whole universe according to the list wise, how it fits. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Ratchet and Clank All for One. Hopefully, Marvel's Avengers should be done with Marvel's Avengers and Ratchet and Clank. Hopefully, will be done within the next week, and maybe a little bit of South Park here and there.
Hey, the good news is that patch came out for Marvel's Avengers and it fixed the trophies.
I know.
So
I got one of them so far. I just need to get the R one, and I still don't know how I didn't get it last night.
I don't know how either. In case anyone's wondering, so when Brian and I went into Marvel's Avengers, we were told by a few people that you shouldn't play the game together because a few of the trophies are glitched. And my thought was, I don't fucking care. I could care
Right.
less. If they're glitched, then I'll just do them by myself. But I'm not gonna not play a game with someone because of that. Well, it turns out the trophies were glitched, but it wasn't because you were playing together. They were just broken in general. So, yeah. And I've heard that there's reports of other trophies being glitched, but I personally I haven't run into anything. I don't know about you, but
I really haven't run anything either.
yeah, so I mean, it seems like the game is fixed. I was also going to bring up they still haven't fixed Borderlands 3 either, because I saw a forum
No,
post
that
for
still
it,
has
so-
0. Yeah, that still has 0 platinum achievers on the 5,
Yeah, which is
and they're
crazy.
aware of it. So
It's crazy
Which is
they
the sad
haven't
part.
fixed it yet.
yeah, I don't know when the new patch is supposed to be out, but
I
yeah, you still can't get.
it confuses me so much how the game works perfectly fine on the PS4 and on the PS5 is broken. I can't
Right.
wrap my
And,
brain around
it's
that
not
one.
just the PS5; it's all on the Xbox as well. The new Xbox is not working as well.
I can't wrap my brain around that. That shit is just. Can you explain, Waves? You have more experience in this field than us.
I don't
This-
I don't know how that works.
Somebody
I
forgot to put a 1 somewhere.
I guess my only thing that I guess that could probably fuck it up was the PS5 tracking, but I don't think that should fuck it up that hard. But I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, I hopped on Borderlands just because I was so close to my level 50, and the one person I've been playing with, my one buddy, he hasn't been online for the last month. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna level up real quick and get my level 50 trophy.
Damn.
So I did that and hopped back off.
Yeah, I feel it.
But really, that's all I've been playing.
So it sounds like it's been a pretty dry week from all of us.
For all of us, yeah. But it tend to happen. I've been working a lot as well, so
I've had that issue of not knowing what to play a lot, like kind of recently. Also, I mean, not this past week, but like before I got behind on my work.
Right. And it's a weird feeling because you think you know what you want to play, so you play it, and you're like, nope, this ain't it.
Well, for me, the issue was like some games are just boring me because it just feels like everything's the same now.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know. I get like the whole like not knowing what to play. I think part of it also comes from when you have like so much shit to choose from that it's just, it can be so hard to like pick exactly what you want to play. Like,
right.
That seems to be mine. Like when I have like hundreds of like PS3 games and like, you know, I want to get series done, but then I also want to do like these little like hidden gems here and there, like Jurassic the Hunted and stuff. It's like hard to like try to fit those in.
Like, I know later down the road, I do want to get Horizon Zero Dawn done again before the new Horizon Zero Dawn comes out, because I want to play that, like, day one. So,
yeah.
But I got it until... That's still scheduled for this year, but who knows? But I still got what? Or that probably won't hit till, like, November.
Yeah.
Or October, November, so...
Yeah, I think Horizon Zero Dawn came out in... It came out in the spring, didn't it? Spring 2017?
Yeah, yep. They did Guerrilla Games just did a big giveaway for it. They're giving away the Thunderjaw statue in celebration of its release.
2017 was jumping. There were so many games that came out.
17 and 18 were really good years.
I just remember 17 because I played Horizon. I remember getting the special edition for Horizon and playing that. The PS4 Pro came out in 17, I think, and then I played. I played RE7. Masterpiece right there. Love that game. There's so many games that came out then.
2017, fun fact, was when I actually started getting back into trophy hunting after years and years of like not doing it.
Dang.
And Horizon Zero Dawn was my first platinum on the Invader Brain account.
Dang. It's a good game, man. It's a good game. It's funny, I went back to play the DLC in that, like, it was probably like a year ago or whatever, and
yeah, I remember.
I was sitting in the main menu, like when you're on the map, it's playing like that music, and I was like, bro, I just remember that music playing like in my dorm room when I was playing it when it came out, just like all the time. Like that music is just iconic.
Oh yeah, Guerrilla Games really outdid themselves with that game, and it's truly one of my favorite games in the last generation.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing like a how to platinum on it at some point, and like I don't think it needs it because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I still want to make a video on it.
Yeah,
the Crash trilogy.
I'll probably hop on the game. Sorry, Waves.
The Crash trilogy came out in 2017 also.
Shit, did it?
Really? Holy crap!
It was that came out later though, right? That came out in like the fall of 2017, right?
Came out in summer.
July.
God.
What else came? I'm trying to think about what else came out. I gotta look this up.
Hell yeah.
2017 game releases. Destiny 2 came out in 2017.
I think Uncharted, the one with Chloe, came out that year too.
Oh, Breath of the Wild came. Oh yeah. Something Storm, right? Oh, Origins came out that year.
What did? Oh my Origins. God, it did. Yes, because that was my 100th platinum. Fuck yeah.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Did Lost Legacy came out later in 2017.
And Cuphead and Injustice 2. Holy crap.
I'm looking at it.
Cuphead, Injustice 2, Battlefront 2, Shadow of War, Neo, Evil Within 2,
Gravity Rush 2 came out.
For Honor.
For Honor came out? Yakuza 0 came out in 2017 too.
Ghost Recon Wildlands came out that year.
God damn, there was a lot of games that came out in 2017.
Shit, Fortnite came out that year. Dirt 4.
Yeah, For Honor. Sniper Elite 4 came out.
NBA 2K18.
Horizon. Damn, there were so many games that came out. Nier Automata came out.
Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year that year too.
Troll and I came out. Hell yeah. That's a slammer year right there.
Oh shit, Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey. That was actually a fun game.
It's a good game.
Persona 5 came out. Drawn to Death came out.
Persona 5 came out in
New
2017?
Colossus.
What waves?
Huh?
Persona 5 came out in 2017?
It says on the PS3 and PS4 in April 2017.
Oh shit! Automata came out that year too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ukulele came out in 2017.
Gravity Rush 2.
Full Throttle Remastered came out. The Disney Afternoon Collection came out. Oh my god.
Oh hell yeah!
Outlast 2 came out. God damn. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. God damn.
Yeah, it was a great year.
Holy shit. Calm down. We're only in April too. Calm down. Prey came out. Oh my lord.
And there's a lot of games that got like a Metascore of like 90 or more too, which is crazy.
God, there were so many games.
Shovel Knight came out that year? Wow.
Injustice 2, The Surge.
Divinity Original Sin 2 came out that year.
Oh my god, Friday the 13th came out that year.
Oh, man.
Shh.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
I didn't either. Waves doesn't even know. Oh my god, Cars 3 came out that year. Chill. Dead by Daylight? Didn't FF15 come out that year too?
I don't think so.
2017? I swear to god FF15 came out in 2017. Golf Club 2 came out?
No, I thought I was 18.
I thought it was 16.
To the internet?
Final
on internet.
Final Fantasy. Let's look this up.
Oh. Let's see. 2018. 18 was a good year. Holy crap.
I guess I can just look up FF15 on my account because it'll tell me probably. Final Fantasy 15 came out in... Damn, it was November 2016.
Oh, very tail end.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking about it because I would have technically still been... I just remember like where I was like I remember my dorm room that I was living in then that year. It would have technically been like the same year.
I didn't buy that game until because when that game first came out, I basically had like nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not buying a single player game until they actually fucking finish it. And I didn't end up buying it for like 2 years.
I remember buying it and like I like wholeheartedly wanted to play it, but then I was just like, yeah, I don't got the time. Because
it's not that long of a game. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to platinum, but just to finish the game, it's not that long.
Like by the time that like I was like, because I'm sure I was playing other stuff at the time. By the time like I would have played that, like RE7 came out, like Horizon was out. I was just like, yeah, this shit getting pushed to the back. And then I still haven't played it. I only did the Comrades. Because I don't understand. Mm-hmm. They shut the Comrades down on the DLC version of the base game, but now there's a standalone. I don't understand that one. That's some big brain move right there.
That's some Square
So you can't get the 100% in the game now, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can't.
Fuck that.
No, you can't.
Damn it, now I can't do the Final Fantasy series. Oh well.
Yeah, Snickle and I have to do FF14.
I'm going to do FF7 though. The remake. So.
No, this is the thing, Waves, right? I would do FF14, but like, why the fuck you have to pay a subscription fee for that?
Because it's a real MMO. I don't know.
You gotta pay for the game up front. Why the hell I gotta pay a subscription fee? Like, what?
I don't know. Try explaining that to WoW people. I don't know, dude.
They extra dumb. Do you remember when ESO came out and they were like $60 for ESO and you're also gonna have to pay monthly, and then they dropped it because I guess people were like roasting them.
Because people were like, who the hell is going to pay that?
Yeah, exactly, but look who's doing it. FF14.
Yeah, I guess they're different because that one and WoW they're like real MMOs, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, ESO got a lot of shit to it, but I would love to, if you want me to be honest, I would love to dedicate time and try to do ESO, but I've heard like horror stories that like you have to like do shit at the most stupid times in the day to get that Emperor trophy.
Yeah, that's why I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's on my list. I think I would love to like go and do it, but the only way I would do it is if like someone would carry me for that trophy.
Didn't you have friends that used to play that game?
I mean, I still have. I think there's a guy I think there's a guy that I, same guy I actually worked with to do the golf club too. I think he's like played a fuck ton of it, so I may be able to like message him. But like I think like Sergen like did this. I don't know how. I mean, this man always does like the weirdest games. He must have some connections, but like whatever. The game has 59 ultra rare trophies out of the 124 on the volume 1 list, which is absolutely absurd, but I played it when it came out. I think the like idea of it is awesome. Like the mega servers are like an awesome idea. I would love to see it with like more games, but it's a lot of playing.
I know nothing about this series, so.
What, Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a really big game. Takes a lot of time, but like it's really like it's the only type of game like it kind of on a PS4. There's only like a handful of them, and it's like one of them. So
okay. Well, at least count me out of it.
I may go back to it at some point. It's already on my list, so you know I got nothing to lose.
Do the DLCs have trophies?
Yeah, all of them have trophies. They had to come out with a second list, like a volume 1 and volume 2.
Damn,
that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I mean, all the trophies are like, they're not too crazy. Other than like the Emperor trophy, like everything is like not awful. So, I mean, I think people will say like the fishing trophy sucks ass, but like I don't think it's the worst. So,
all right. Do we have any server shutdowns, Nickel?
I think we do. There were some updates. I gotta go to the site. Hold on. There were some updates. So, same things. Frozen Synopsis Prime being shut down on March 11th of 2021. Also, Games of Glory being shut down on March 26th of 2021. So this is a new one that got released recently, and you still can't get either one of these, so don't even worry about playing them. But basically, Defiance on the PS3 and Defiance 2050 on the PS4 are both going down on April 29th of 2021. They're both already unobtainable, I think. Or like DLC and Defiance on the PS3 is unobtainable, and the Defiance 2050 on the PS5 or PS4 is already unobtainable. So like, don't even try these games. Like, stay away. Stay very far away. But I also heard that it's not on the list, but I heard that MLB 17 is going down in the summer as well, in like August.
Oh shit. We better hurry up and get on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world because there's only a few trophies, but yeah, that's going down at the end of August. And then everything else is the same. So May 31st of 2021 is WWE 2K20, and then June 1st of 2021 you have Switchblade, and then end of the year NBA 2K20 is going down. So yeah, stay away from Defiance. Do not go near it. It's a bad game.
Everybody go do Defiance.
Do not do Defiance. Stay far away.
Don't listen to Snickle. Do the opposite of what he tells you.
I mean, if you want to ruin your life, go right ahead.
If you want to ruin your account, go right ahead. Gives me a reason to start a new one.
Exactly. Exactly. But nothing new. Just the same old. The same old.
Alright. I guess, let's see, we did games we've been playing, we did server shutdowns. Let's get to the topics of the podcast.
Darn, we don't want to talk about any games we picked up? I picked one game up.
Oh, what'd you pick up? I'm sorry.
I picked up this gem of a game called Dreams.
Oh, you got Dreams?
own that game too.
It's a little disappointing, but it was literally $10 on Amazon, so I couldn't pass it up. So
I know you got Dreams.
So now I have Dreams.
We all have dreams.
So when can we build a level together?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I suppose he's the only one who's actually played it.
I think we can actually.
Can we remake Killzone 2?
We can
You
try.
probably could.
We can try if you want.
I remember when people made the SpongeBob game and they made them take it down.
Wait, like
Same
which
thing.
one?
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yo, can we make Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine on Dreams?
Yes.
It probably already exists, but can we make? We gotta get the models just like they have them in the.
There's they had like a really good like Mario game that someone made that Nintendo made them take down.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's crazy that people make shit so good in that game that it's like they want them to take
you
it
know
down.
What? Hold on. You know what we got to make?
What's that?
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, that would be dope. That'd be dope. I'm looking at the guide for it. It says that it says it only takes 40 hours and it's a 3 out of 10. But I've heard this game is like harder than that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like an ultra rare too and all that.
I think it's because of the community trophies. Like even I don't think it has crazy stuff like Little Big Planet. Because like to be fair, if you were to do a game like Little Big Planet, I'm trying to look it up.
I think the only thing that Dreams has is getting to like creator level 100 or whatever, and that's like the only thing that's annoying.
Yeah, like Little Big Planet, you had to get a single level that you published hearted by 50 or more people. Or it had to be hearted by 50 or more people, and you had to be hearted by 30 or more people. And then you also had to have a level get 50 plays, I think.
Okay.
So like
there's like no trophy like that on
yeah, that's crazy. Like that kind of blows my mind. The other game I guess it's more like this is what am I thinking about? Mod Nation Racers has a game, but you could like do it by yourself. But basically there's a trophy in Mod Nation Racers to reach rank 30. And you would level up by like doing by like creating things or like winning multiplayer races and stuff. You would like level up that way. But like the easiest way to do it was to just like you would upload things and then you would just like them and download them with like alt accounts to like self boost yourself.
I actually enjoyed Dreams when I played it. I like the story.
Well, you told me about that. Like I bought it day one. I just never put it in.
I kind of like these create games. Like I really wish they would make a new Mod Nation Racers because like I remember playing that back when I got my PS3 early on, and then when I went to like finish the multiplayer and play it, like I was like, damn, this game's like, even though it's like kind of like a kid's, I mean, I guess you consider it like a kid's game. Like it's like so much fun. And actually, when I was going like to finish the multiplayer up back in like 2018 or whatever, a few of like the things that I created actually went like semi-viral, so it made my like grind a little easier. But I don't know, I just like those type of like create games are kind of interesting because of the communities that are behind them.
The thing that sucks about Dreams is like the barrier of entry is so high. Like the thing that made Little Big Planet and Mod Nation Racers so easy, like to build stuff, is that the rules were so easy. But if you want to like get into the nitty gritty,
Yeah,
and find like
fine tune
Little Big
things.
Planet 2, yeah, like Little Big Planet 2 had like the whole behavior thing, which was basically like coding with pictures. But like this one, there's like 1,000 fucking. It's basically a game engine in its own right. It's like
Yeah,
there's like a whole like realized 3D modeling like software on there. There's like a whole music set software on there. They have like the whole like picture coding thing also, and then they're like so complicated. There's like 1,000 tutorials for like one fucking thing.
yeah,
So
I've seen videos on YouTube of people saying like showing like their iterations and like literally hundreds of hours putting into like creations, and like like you said, like on Little Big Planet 1 and like Mod Nation, like I mean, I guess you could do that in Mod Nation when it came to like, you know, perfectly designing like a course or something and getting stuff like exactly the way you wanted it to. But like you wouldn't spend that much time creating like a character or like a car. But maybe like making a track and placing power-ups and stuff, you could spend a decent amount of time in, but definitely not as much as like Dreams. Like
yeah.
can create fucking games in Dreams. Like it's crazy.
then they have like this thing called remixes or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where you work with other people or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like you make your own group and you work on the same game together or whatever.
That's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's basically like Unity, really. I think that game probably would have done way better if Sony had put it on PC than leaving it stranded on the PS4. Also,
Probably,
leaving it stranded on the PS4
easier.
and like, yeah, it's also like leaving it stranded on the PS4 at literally its end of its life, because it came out in like February of 2020.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. That's a really good
I
point.
think it came out right at the time as Concrete Genie, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a plus game at some point, I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, talking about that, I need to get back to Little Big Planet.
Oh, I thought you were going to segue to the next thing.
The next one, yeah.
I mean, I guess we can, yeah.
I need to get back to the Planet also.
Hey,
Well,
we hear Waves.
yeah. Well, your singles there. I don't got Little Big Planet.
Yeah,
I can't get my hands on the DLC, so
I'm here. I got the DLC.
oh, don't tempt me with this.
I got the DLCs. I got them all, the delisted ones and everything. But I guess I can segue into our next topic, which is the new PlayStation Plus games in March.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm actually super surprised by what they're giving away. Actually, not super surprised. Is this a dream? Like I thought I would never see this day, but they're giving away FF7 Remake, only on the PS4. Remnant from the Ashes. I don't even know how to pronounce this game.
Maquette?
Maquette or Maquette? I don't know. And then Farpoint. Is Farpoint that VR game?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, I've been interested in the 3 of the 4 of these games. I'm very dude. I was gonna buy FF7 when it came out, and I just waited because I've been on this like train of like not buying games day one unless I'm like 100% gonna play them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll just wait for FF7 to be like $20 or $30, and it literally never dropped over like the months, and now it's like free on Plus.
You know what's funny? Because we're talking, they announced the Plus games last Thursday, which is the day after what they usually do. They usually announce everything on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But because of they announced it on Friday, my bad. But because PlayStation had their State of Play, everything got held back for a day.
Yeah.
And the day the State of Play, me and Sick were talking, I'm like, watch, they're going to do Final Fantasy VII. He's like, yeah, I really doubt that next day Final Fantasy VII gets announced.
I was doubting it too. Like, I didn't really think that was going to happen.
Dude, I can't believe
right.
it just came out. Like,
Remnant from the Ashes has been on my radar, and I'm glad I didn't buy it, but I will definitely get that. Farpoint, I like that they're putting VR titles on, because I do want to get a VR, so having some VR titles put into my library would be nice. So when I do get a VR, I can actually have some games to play. There is a catch with Final Fantasy VII Remake, though. If you won't get the PS5 upgrade with this one. It's only if you bought the game, you'll get the PS5 upgrade.
Yeah, which makes sense, honestly.
It really does. And I own it. I bought it day one. So, and then the new DLC is only on the PS5, if I'm correct, right, Waves?
Yeah, which is dumb.
Yeah, I agree. And that, to me, that's not on Sony. That's more on Square Enix.
yeah,
No, it's probably both, honestly.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a 50-50 thing. But I kind of blame Square Enix more with that one.
I think that they're using this as like a tactic to like sell more games.
Probably.
I mean, that would be like the only thing. There's no way, like, it doesn't make sense for them financially to like give a game for free, like, not even a year after it came out, and then like it's still like $40 or $50 on Amazon if you want to buy it new. I mean,
has it even been out a year yet?
No, it came out in fall, didn't it?
I think it came out in May.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
It came out
close to a year.
I thought it came out later than that.
No. Because it came out around the same time as
Came out before
RE3 remake, right?
Yeah. It came out before Ghost and The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
it
right.
did. Yeah, it did. That's a good point. But I mean, it is what it is. Remnant from the Ashes is interesting to it. I mean, isn't that like a gun like Souls game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like that
and that's
game.
why it caught my attention.
Yeah, it's kind of like that game. Have you heard of it? Waves Fade to Silence.
Oh, yeah, I heard about them.
I mean, they're probably not
No.
like the same, but they're both like Souls type games with guns.
Okay.
I think Remnant from the Ashes looks better.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All I gotta say here is that the last few months, the PlayStation Plus games have been really fucking good.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they gave out. So last month was Control and Concrete Genie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Hey man, I'll take it. I'll take these games as Plus games because you know what they do when they come out on PS Plus? That
They bring down the platinum rarity.
yup, that platinum percentage tanks.
Hell yeah.
These games, they crazy with the platinum percent. Dude, can you believe Ghost of Tsushima is almost at 51% platinum? Like what the hell?
I can believe it.
That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
The rate is still like 6%.
Yeah, well,
I think it's just that's more because games are just easier now in general.
that is true. It just blows my mind because even if you look at like,
Because like I swear to
man.
you, if fucking the DLC, the multiplayer DLC was part of the base game, that shit would probably be like a 10% plat.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like it's past like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's
That's
47.
crazy.
But
That's
I'm
actually kind of crazy.
wait up, but I'm looking at this so because you can do the math. Hold on, let me pull this up. So there's, I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna try to do some quick math for people. So how many people got the raid trophy? It should tell you. So 3,962. And then how many total game owners? 120,000. So 120,076. You want to hear something crazy?
Well,
This would be a 3.3% platinum if they put the raid into the base game.
Damn.
yeah, see, it's like
That's absolutely absurd. But
Want to know a little fun fact?
you would have to assume that it would go higher too because only 30,000 people have done the DLC, the online DLC.
Right.
no, because people complain. Like people just complain. They're like, "Oh, multiplayer," and then they just won't do it.
Then just don't do it. You won't get the platinum then. Boo hoo. Like
like
Uh,
Ghost of Tsushima
Little
should
fun
have had like trophies like what's it called? Like
what?
parry this many enemies and shit like that. Like perfect parry this many enemies and
I'm
Right.
surprised
kill
it
people
didn't.
with this many like tactical
Well-
weapons.
well, okay, so like Ghost has New Game Plus. Remember, everybody's like, why don't they put New Game Plus into the base game? Then you did Miles Morales. Why the hell is New Game Plus in the base game? Like, really?
That's because you just can. They will never be able to please everyone, which like that's just already known. But it's like what side you get less hate on.
Right.
I mean,
people just complain like
dude, to be honest, like I don't even think you should have like. It sounds like stupid, but like I don't even think you should have a New Game Plus anywhere. Like Dark Souls doesn't have New Game Plus. Like I mean, you obviously have to play New Game Plus like to get some of the items, but they don't give you a trophy for like beating New Game Plus. Like if you want people to play New Game Plus, then like when they make New Game Plus, when you beat New Game Plus, give like a new ability or something, or like in your New Game Plus apply like a new ability that you can use. Like there's literally no point of people playing. Like if you're not a trophy hunter, there's no point of people playing New Game Plus. You don't get anything from it.
Right.
Like, and that's
Well,
what's
they
like
tend to
different
put,
about
like,
like
the-
Souls games. Like any Souls game, like you like Bloodborne, you should, to get the trophy, you should technically play that game like 4 times or something, right? Or 3 times. So like
four
you should be
times.
going into New Game plus plus. You should be beating New Game plus plus technically, but people don't do it because you can like cheese it. But like, you still have to go into like New Game Plus for like Dark Souls to get like rings and stuff like that. Like, it's just part of the game.
That is very true.
Just no.
Fun fact about Ghost of Tsushima, though.
Let's hear it.
That is the reason why I won't make a new account, because I do not want to redo that raid.
Yeah, and if you do make a new account, I'm not helping you with that raid.
Exactly. So I'm like, nope, never making a new account, because I'm going to want to put Ghost back on my list, and I don't want to do the raid.
Yeah, that raid was
fun.
I mean, it was fun, but it was definitely something interesting.
Drunken Waves.
That man was clapping some ass. He was clapping and slashing. Like, this man was, he was going wild that night.
Dude, that was such a great night with that.
This man beat the final boss. He said all I had to do was one hitter. What? Yo, what god mode are you on, my man?
That's what you guys were like, I was like, I mean, it's not hard, if I just kill her in one hit. And you're like, what?
Next thing I know, she popped out. I was like, wait, what? Like, what the hell?
My favorite thing, you're like, yeah, we're going to do the raid. Nah, man, I'm not drinking. All right. He comes back 10 minutes later. I'll be back in a half hour. Okay. He comes back. Who's ready to do this shit? I'm going to clap her.
And then we beat it on, like, the first try, but, like, we were playing the night... I mean, to be fair, the night before when we tried it, I'm air quoting here because we didn't actually... It was our first attempt, and no one did, like, a research. We were just like, whatever, fuck it. Let's go in and see the mechanics. And we almost beat it that night, and then Waves came back the next night, like, blasted, and we beat it, like, first try or something. I was like, geez, man.
I need to play games
all
drunk
fairness,
more.
The first time we tried to do the part 3 is that we just finished part 2, and it took us 4 hours to do.
Yeah.
I need to play games drunk more. Because, like...
You really do, because you're fun drunk, I'm not gonna lie.
I shit you not, when I did that boss fight, I got all perfect parries, all perfect dodges. All that shit.
Hey, maybe you need to play, like, DMC4 or something, like, blast it and see what happens.
Maybe.
I would love to watch you do that on stream.
Wave's he's gonna get, like, plastered, and then he's gonna have his mic on, you're gonna hear him, like, vomit or something. He's like, hold on, guys. I'm back to it. Like, something crazy like that.
How about we could do the Killzone one, drunk, but we do it, like, on a Saturday night.
I played, what did I...
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, I played Leisure Suit Larry drunk, and that was very uneventful because that game was boring, and it was putting me to sleep. And then I played a little bit of RE6, and that was kind of the same way. Yeah, it just...
Then we played Rocket League.
Yeah, then I played Rocket League. Yep. Which was fun.
And then you overpaid for a pizza.
Well, no. I don't think I overpaid for the actual pizza. I think I overpaid for the delivery. But to be fair, it was like 12 o'clock in the morning, so like I can't get too angry. So, yeah.
That was a fun night.
The good old days.
All right. Well, that was all great news. Now here's some sad news. Anthem, what do they call it, 2.0?
Yep.
Has
I
been
think it's Anthem
officially
next.
canceled.
Man, I don't know if I would call this bad news, but, it's news.
I said sad news.
Oh, sad news.
It was inevitable.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it sad news. I don't think anyone's crying about it, but...
No.
Rest in peace to the game that never was.
So much for the Destiny killer. Destiny still outlived your ass.
Man, it's just all these games as a service are just... I talked about it in my trophy talk, and, like, this is what it comes down to. There's too many... This market is too oversaturated. That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. There's too many games that are games as a service. There's too many games that are trying to be the next Destiny killer. Instead of being the next Destiny killer, why don't you be the next Anthem? Like, why don't you set the standard for what the next game can be instead of trying to literally copy what came before you? And, like, it's crazy. And, like... I can't really think back before because I didn't really play too many games like it before Destiny, but like, I don't know. I mean, Destiny's gear system was probably obviously copied off of something. I don't know if it was like Borderlands. I'm not sure, but like,
I'd say the closest thing is like Diablo.
So
right.
It copied something and it kind of like it made like I'm not sure if it copied it directly, but like I swear every game that I play that's like a games as a service literally copies Destiny like to a T, like to like gear coloring, to like take for instance Marvel's Avengers, right? So in Destiny you had 4 tiers of gear. You had I don't know the exact names because I haven't played Destiny in a long time, but you had green, which was the lowest, and they were different because they offered more perks. So you had green is the lowest, blue is the next one, purple, and then yellow. And yellow was the highest. It was exotic. I remember that because that Galahorn, baby. But Marvel's Avengers is the same fucking way. They have a green as the lowest, a blue as the mid tier, a purple as the third tier, and then yellow is the high. Like they literally copied it like color for color, the exact same like tier. And they changed the names because the yellow isn't called exotic, it's called legendary, which is what the purples are called in Destiny. Like it blows my mind that like these companies literally like copy like color for color the tier system from Destiny. Like it's crazy.
Well, there is some good news that comes from this too. I don't like seeing a game go down, because people worked hard on it. But some good news is, from my best understanding, EA has said that because of how badly the game failed, that they're not going to do terms of service games anymore.
Good
games
for them.
Service.
They should have done that in the first place when everyone was telling them not to structure their games like fucking FIFA.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna let the new Dragon Age be a single player game.
Yeah.
Because apparently they were forcing them to make us a games as a service also. But now that game's just gonna be reworked into a single player story game.
Thank God.
I don't get it, man. Like these companies like BioWare got big for like storytelling, and then it's like EA wants them to like do a whole different thing, and it's like just let them keep doing the same thing. I get that you want like things to evolve as time goes on, and like apparently games as a service is some big fucking thing, which I don't think is true. I think it's always been a thing. And now that it's trying to get it, now it's like blown out of proportion, and you have games like the Culling 2 that come out and die in 2 weeks. Because there's just too many of them, but I don't know. I just wish that they would focus on like the things that they got known for instead of trying to be like forced to do something else, because I feel like that's how you get like bad games.
I feel like there's only been one game that's come out where it was like the whatever killer, and actually succeeded, and that would be like Call of Duty, because like it came out as like the Medal of Honor killer back then.
Yeah,
true.
And that's like the like every single like how many games were Halo killers, and how many of them still exist now? Yeah, Killzone's practically dead, and like Haze is practically dead. Haze is dead.
Yeah, Haze is dead. Yeah. But the crazy thing to think about, Waves, is like when Call of Duty initially came out, the first game wasn't like it took them time to become the Medal of Honor killer. Like it's not like they released one game and they killed Medal of Honor. Like it was a process. So like it's like for instance for Anthem, like Anthem isn't gonna come out and be the Destiny killer when Destiny has 2 games out, and like I mean, I wouldn't say they're phenomenal, but they're decent games for what they are, especially the first one. But like if they made a new Anthem and they built like it would take time. You're never gonna put a game out and it's gonna immediately kill another game. Like it's gonna take time to do that.
It's just, you can tell like a lot of these games are just made because some suit came up to them and was like, "Hey, make this," and not because the developer actually wanted to make it.
Yeah, make this because it makes money. Oh, okay.
It's like, popular right now, so go make it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it makes money. It makes money for like the 1 or 2 games that everybody plays that's like that, and not like if you have 1,000 games like that. Not like everybody who plays that type of game is already in their corner. They're not gonna like just switch over. It's
yeah, and that's a point that I made in my trophy talk. Is it's such an oversaturated market that when you have so many of these games and you have people and you try to spread them out, like it doesn't work. It's not profitable to anybody. And like most people, when they play games as a service, they only have enough time in the day to play like 1, maybe 2 of these games at a time. They're not going to be able to play all 10 of them that are out. So if you have someone I mean, I had friends back when I played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 hardcore. These people played Destiny. That's all they played. They didn't play any other game. Like, that was all they played. They didn't play Destiny and then go play Anthem and then go play this and go... No, they played Destiny. So, like, it's like you said, Waves, like, these people get into their corner and they sit there and, yeah, when Anthem comes out, they may buy Anthem, but they play it for a week and then they go back to Destiny. Okay, well, you got your $60 for it, but, like, you were expecting to get money over time because you created a games as a service, and now it's not... You're not servicing anybody. Like...
It's like with battle royales right now. Like, everybody's in their corner already. If you're a Warzone guy, then you're all just gonna be playing Warzone. And if you're a Fortnite guy, you're only gonna be playing Fortnite. If you're what's that other one?
Apex
Guy, you're gonna be playing Apex. But all these companies are making all these other like stupid battle royale games that just die. Like, I think last week they just announced like an FF7 battle royale. Who's gonna be playing that shit?
Yeah, that was a joke. What I'm trying to think, there was a battle royale. I think it was like, fuck, I can't remember. It came out like a year or two ago. But it was supposed to be like the Fortnite killer is what they were saying, and like it's probably dead already.
PUBG?
Nah, it wasn't PUBG. It wasn't
PUBG's
PUBG.
like weird because PUBG was like the one who started it, I feel.
Oh
But
yeah,
now, like, nobody plays it.
they started it, but they like haven't like. I still know a lot of people that have played it, but like that game still feels like an alpha to me.
Yeah,
It's
the
really
Xbox
weird.
version of that game looks disgusting.
Yeah, that game is. The other point that like, and I kind of made it already was, and I talked about it in my trophy talk, was that like I don't understand why these games have to be like the so and so killer. Like, I forget the game that came out like a few years ago, but they were going to be like the Overwatch killer, and the game didn't even last for like a year or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't come out and your marketing scheme is, we're going to kill Overwatch. No, you have to like be creative and come up with your own thing. Like, and then you have to try to get people to play your game and actually make a good game. Like, these people it's almost like they bottom feed off of like these people that are like, yo, fuck Overwatch right now. I'm gonna go play so and so, and then they play that and they're like, actually, Overwatch is 10 times better than this game because this game doo-doo. I can't even play this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, how many like it's like, remember when Halo Killer was a thing? Because like back when early PS3 was a thing.
Yeah, with like you
Every
said,
game
Haze,
1 and 2.
Killzone, all them.
Yeah, Haze, Killzone. It's like, if you make your game with the intention of that kills another franchise, I haven't seen like any other game that has done that, with the exception of like Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I don't think Call of Duty
And like
came
how
out.
you said,
They didn't come out with that. That wasn't their intention. Like when they came out, like their intention
well, it was
wasn't.
their intent. Yeah, it was though, because they were all ex-employees of EA, Medal of Honor, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make our game because you guys won't let us do it, and we're gonna kill your game." That was their intention when they first made Call of Duty.
But it took time to get to that.
I don't think it became Medal of Honor killer until Call of Duty 2. But that's like the only game I can think of where it was like the developers said that, and then that happened.
Yeah. And plus, that was, I think I think it's more difficult now with multiplayer as like being like, especially like these games as a service, because like it's the same way with like selling consoles too. Like if all of, like you said, Waves, if all of your buddies are over here playing Apex and you're the only guy playing Warzone, it's easier for you to just go play Apex than to try to get them to come over to Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think it's like a different like dynamic with multiplayer, because like it's almost like you have to give in to whatever other people are playing. Like, even like when I play Rocket League, I find it very difficult to play like by myself because I get frustrated, because I'm just like, I fucking hate playing with random people. So like I end up not playing as much because I only play like when my friend is available. So, but I feel like that's how it is with like these games when it comes to like trying to get people to play them almost. Where like with Medal of Honor and Call of Duty, like at the time they were like really only single player focused. So it was like whoever could make the better story was going to be the killer of the other one.
Yeah.
So, side rant over. But R.I.P. Anthem 2.0. That thing buried 6 feet under.
Lived a good life.
You will barely be missed.
Man, I was actually thinking when they announced the Anthem 2.0 being like, chopped, I was actually thinking about it and I was like, damn, I remember like when like the concepts for Anthem started going around and I was like, this is a dope ass game. Like that game's been out for like 2 years, hasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, around there.
I think it came out 2018, didn't it?
I think like early 2018, yeah. So it's been out for 3 years.
Almost 3.
That's fucking crazy to think about. I just remember seeing so many like concepts and I was like, this game looked kind of dope. And then I haven't played it for 3 years. I have it. I just haven't played it.
2019, February 2019.
So 2 years.
Yeah, it looked cool. It looked like Iron Man Destiny, basically. But
exactly, and that's what caught my attention.
I remember,
like, I have played Anthem, so
the first thing that made me like think that game wasn't gonna be that good when it came out was like literally the day after the reveal when they uploaded like the gameplay to PlayStation's thing, and all they did was just Photoshop like the buttons for PlayStation at the bottom, and that's it. Like if you looked under those buttons, it was still like the Xbox buttons.
Oh yeah,
solid. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. That game was like a cool idea, but like I just think about like if you're gonna be a Destiny killer, like I mean, you played a lot of Destiny waves. Like the best part of that game wasn't like the best part wasn't doing your daily shit and all that. Like the best part of that game was doing like raids and like getting like a group of 6 people together and doing that. And I don't know if Anthem has that, but like that gameplay looks like way too clunky to be able to do like a raid or something.
I'm sure it's like not clunky. I don't know. That game just kind of.
The game ran fine from what I remember when I played it.
I think that game died for like. I think that game died for like 2 reasons, and it was like one. I don't remember that much marketing of it. There probably was, but I don't remember much of it right now.
Right.
And then 2, it was just being dragged through the mud by like every YouTuber. I don't know if it's like if it was if it warranted being dragged through the mud or whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember that game just being like dragged through the mud by every single YouTuber.
Well, and I think it was drugged because of like the same reason as Marvel's right now is it was just the same shit over and over again. Which, like, to be fair, that's like any of these games. Like if you look at Destiny, it's no different. It's the same shit. Maybe D1 was a little different. It had a little more variation. D2 was definitely the same thing over and over again. Like
Marvel's also like a broken ass game.
Yeah, I made this point in my video. If Marvel's Avengers did not have the Avengers or Marvel's name, like either one of those names behind it, that game would be dead already. I mean, it's already kind of dead, but if it had neither one of those backing it, it would 100% be dead from the way it plays to the glitches. I mean, some of the shit's funny, don't get me wrong, but like Brian and I run into it all the time. Why the fuck are there enemies under the map? You can't even kill them. Yeah. They're stuck under the map. You can't proceed to the next stage of the hive because this fucking drone wanted to fly underneath the map. What?
And then we gotta walk all the way to the end of the small room we're in, and hopefully it rises up.
Yeah, or Brian has to use an ability that like makes like radiation in the air. Like it's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff is funny. Like. And that's why I like glitches in games, because like some of them can be very funny. Like we were fighting Abomination and like he literally, I think I like hit him with my Thor ability that like froze him, and it's only supposed to freeze him like temporarily, but it froze him like indefinitely, and he was literally T-posing there frozen the whole time, like not doing anything. And we were just wailing away on him and beat him in like 30 seconds, but some of it is just stupid, like the drones under the map. Like, you literally can't proceed. You can't beat it because this shit is stuck under the map. Like, it's crazy.
Like, from what I remember, the only, like, bug that I can think of hearing for Anthem was that, what's it called?
I do remember hearing about a bug for collectibles, maybe?
Yeah.
I think there was one for collectibles, and then there was another one for the guns, where the lowest rated guns would actually end up doing more damage than like the exotic equivalent of the game.
That's stupid.
And stuff like that, because like something in the code broke or something like that.
That's stupid. I mean,
Oh well.
I am looking. Don't get me wrong. I am looking forward to playing Anthem. I love like exploring games. I love the environments in games, and I think that I think I'm gonna like the environment of Anthem. But yeah, I mean, it is sad, and I think it just comes down. It's not the game itself. I feel like it's just that it's the whole games as a service thing. I mean, look at what happened to Battlefront 2 when it came out, and they tried to push this games as a service. FIFA's working so good for us with the packs and everything. Why don't we incorporate that into a first and third person Star Wars shooter game? And they literally got toasted for it. And now it's like, if Star Wars Battlefront 2 had launched the way that it is now, it probably would have been one of the best Star Wars games ever made, multiplayer wise, hands down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it was this whole like mentality, and it was just the time period for EA. I'm hoping that it sounds like they've turned a new leaf. But like everything at that time had to be games as a service, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm hoping EA. I'm sure. What's it called? Jedi Fallen Order played like a. I think Respawn just in general has played a big part in EA's change of mood recently.
well, I just think it does the success of their game really just goes to show that they can make a single player game, which it really pisses me off that it's come this late, because there was like, I mean, they had the Amy Hennig Star Wars game that was supposedly supposed to play like Uncharted. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine if that game actually came out. Or like, I'm praying to the gods. I'm legit praying to the gods. I hope that somehow, in some way, Star Wars 1313 can reemerge now that it's been pulled away from EA. The licensing, at least.
I think we'll get something like it. I don't think it will be exactly 1313.
It probably won't be like the name and everything, but I just hope that something like it emerges. Even if they can pull the original, all the original stuff, I mean, that'd be cool too. But I think EA just went through that process, and it just sucks that they have, like, sadly, so many good games, or IPs, I should say, or they had control over so many IPs, and they suffered during that period.
They had really good IPs and they had really good developers.
Yeah.
That they just kind of killed.
Because they wanted to make games as a service out of everything.
Like, I wish they would bring back Pandemic and, like, let them make, like, Saboteur 2 again.
Or Mercenaries 3.
Mercenaries.
Army of Two.
I mean, really,
2.
Pandemic was goaty.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, they could have made Battlefront.
Oh yeah, they could have made Battlefront. You know what? You know who else needs to come back? Waves.
Who?
Visceral.
Oh yeah, of course. Visceral. But this time, like, actually let them make the game they wanted to make.
Yeah.
Instead of Battlefield, but with cops and robbers. Like,
I want a Dante's Inferno too.
Dante's Inferno, like, there was a point where EA was just, like, kind of cool, because they would just let their developers do what they wanted. And it's, like, the same thing with Activision.
Yeah, I was going to say Activision used to be the same way. They put the dopest games out back in the day.
Now Activision, it's either Remake or
COD.
And that's it.
Yeah. It does suck.
Then they hit you with the Sekiro for, like, no reason, but...
Yeah, that was kind of random. They should do more like that. They won't, but they should.
It was so weird. I have, like, a theory behind that. I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, let's hear it.
What's your theory?
So From Software used to make this franchise called Tenchu back on the PS1 and Xbox, and I think so those were published by Activision. So I think Activision owns, like, a little bit of it or something like that. So my theory is that what's it called? Sekiro started off as a Tenchu game, and the only thing that has me thinking that is because of the slingshot thing with his arm.
Yeah,
because that
the
was like a
prosthetic.
big thing. Yeah, the prosthetic. That was like a big thing in Tenchu. So I'm guessing they were going to go make that. Then they were like, okay, this game is nothing like Tenchu, and then they just decided to make Sekiro instead.
I would love
That's my
a
theory.
Sekiro 2, or I mean, we talk about it all the time. Sekiro 2, Bloodborne 2, and I mean,
Did you see those videos I sent you of the leak for what's it called?
Yeah, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Yeah, there was like a leak of the Elden Ring, and then there was I was actually like reading something about it, and people were saying that they're supposed to release the official trailer within the next like month or two or something like that for it. Like literally any FromSoft game, I don't care. Like it could be named anything. I don't give a shit. Just more FromSoft.
That got proven wrong, by the way.
The month or two?
The month or two thing.
Dang, that's disappointing. Dude, Elden Ring is going to be amazing because it's FromSoft and it's George R.R. Martin.
And maybe that's why it's not coming out, because of George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
He's still writing the script.
Nah, don't worry. He's taking a little nap. Just he'll get to it.
He's holding Miyazaki fucking hostage in his backyard or something.
Like, he gets so much hate, but like the whole Game of Thrones thing wasn't even his fault at the end of the day. Like, yeah, he was lazy with writing the books and like he fucked up there, but like the shit that he wrote prior to the ending of Game of Thrones was like phenomenal. So,
well, as a writer, I don't. He's a writer. Of course, I don't blame him for getting lazy. You get tired after a while. Like, all right, it takes a while to make shit.
Yeah, you have to like literally be thinking like all the time, and when you think of something, like write it down.
Right. So,
what was that thing he said? Like, if it took him longer than like 2020 or something like that, that you can arrest him or something.
Wait, what?
I think he said something like that like a few years ago.
That man, I'm sorry, but the second that Game of Thrones was in like the second, third, fourth season, this man should have been writing then. Like, and it's crazy because he even like made comments that like that series could have gone to like 10, 11, 12 seasons or something like that with like the content that he had planned out, but he just never made it. So
that's what happens when your shit kind of gets big.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's hard. It's a lot of pressure, and it's like it's the same way when it comes to like sequels of video games. Like, it's hard for like when you put a game out and it does so good and you don't expect it to. Like, typically the sequel just suffers because like there's so much expectation, and it's like the same thing with like. I'm sure it was the same thing with Game of Thrones with him. Like they put out like the pilot and it was like, okay, cool. And then like as the like it got approved for season after season and then started to get like a really big following. And then he was like, holy shit, I can't live up to this anymore.
So this is
money.
That's true.
This is what he said.
He rolling.
So this is what he said in May 22nd of 2019. He said, if The Winds of Winters isn't out by July 2019, 2020, fans can imprison him.
Well, shit. Someone needs to tweet at him and get him in jail.
They need to lock. Out of here.
Nah, they need to lock him in the basement and tell him to start writing.
Lock him wherever he has Miyazaki in.
Ay. All right. Let's get to this next one.
This one's for you, Waves.
You can read it out if you want.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. Sony Japan Studio, Restructured. Actually, you were kind of worried. I think we're all worried actually with this one.
So,
when those people leaving the studio, correct?
So at first, we talked about it last year.
Okay.
The creator of what's it called? Silent Hill left the studio. The executive producer, which means he was like the reason the game got made. Of Bloodborne left the studio. Ueda, the creator of Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last Guardian, left the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bunch of people left the studio recently. And then, so now the whole Sony Japan studio they're kicking more people out, and they're all going to be restructured around the Astro's Playroom guys, the one that made the PS5 demo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now they're not going to be able to make their own games that isn't like related to Team Asobi, which is what their team is called. So like that means no more like eco style games, no more puppeteer games, no more Gravity Rush, no Ape Escape. Basically like no game that isn't related to like the Playroom type of games. And
That sucks.
this also comes from a part where Sony's kind of like decentralizing Japan from its, I guess not decentralizing, but it's moving away from Japan, basically. It's moving away from its home country.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this after last week's podcast, after we started recording, because sometimes we just stay in here and we talk. And Snickle and I were talking about how Sony's been kind of harsh with Japanese games recently.
Mm-hmm.
Because now there's this whole thing in Japan called the Sony check. Because Sony has one of the harshest like rules, and it's only applies to Japan games, which is like weird, and it's also kind of backwards when you think about what's in The Last of Us 2. But
Well, it's
Japan,
like they're selective on like what they, which is like, it seems so messed up. Like, if you're The Last of Us 2, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. You want to do that shit, right? Go right ahead. But then, you know, God forbid we show a little bit too much of a titty somewhere and it's the end of the world.
Yeah, and it's also that's why now for all consoles, including the ones in Japan, the X button is the confirm button now. Because in Japan it used to be the other way around, where circle was the confirm and X was the back button.
Yep, that's how and you that's how well, Waves and I played Dark Awake, that's how it is. Because I remember Dark Awake is like all Japanese, and like I remember I was trying to set the lobby up and I was hitting X, or like I was hitting X to do it, and it was taking me back to the main menu. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this game? Is this broken?
Yeah. But it's like, it kind of sucks seeing Sony like shy away from Japan, like just in general, because like for the longest time, if you want to get your Japanese games, like PlayStation was the way to go.
Right.
And they always had like all the they used to have like a bunch of Japanese exclusives just because one, Sony was kind of like the only console in Japan, home console in Japan, and two, Sony just had good relations with a lot of studios in Japan. But now you see all those heading over to like the Switch now, just because Sony's like kind of like, fuck Japanese studios and all that. And it just kind of sucks because that's how we got a lot of like Kingdom Hearts, and we're still getting like Final Fantasy games, but that's how we like got Nier and stuff like that. So it just kind of sucks to see that happen.
Yeah, that really does suck that this is happening. I hate Sony going backwards with this shit because they had a good thing going, and I think they should just let the studio alone and let them just make what they want.
Well, Waves and I were talking about this, and it just seems, it almost seems like a power trip. Like Sony's on like some power trip right now of trying to control everything, when it comes to like content, because, you know, when you make a game, it's, you know, it's not. If Waves was to make a game, it's not Sony's decision of what can be in it. It's his game, and then there's also the level of what each country has for its rating system to determine what it's going to be rated and if that content is appropriate. So if you know that to get, and like for us in North America, we use the ESRB, but there's all the other, there's PEGI and stuff, there's all these other rating systems. If you know that you want to make a game that's rated T, and you know your limitations are you can only have 5 F-bombs in your game, then you can't exceed that. You know what you want. You know what you're striving for. You know, okay, well, rated T, I can't have nudity. You can't have that. So if that's what you're striving for from a rating system, then that's what you should go for. It's almost like Sony's trying to step in before the rating system to kind of like shush things up before it gets rated. And it's like, just like, everyone knows what the rating system is. It's been there for ages. Just like use it for what it's supposed to be used for, and don't try to like, it's almost like they try to micromanage it before it goes out to the rating.
And
So
the rules are very like,
they're black and white. There's no gray area for the rules.
Yeah, it's like,
Right.
so like Cyberpunk gets to have a full out dick out, and fucking The Last of Us 2 has its things. And that's
Let it be
okay.
noted that Waves is the one who mentioned Cyberpunk.
I am the one who messaged it.
It's fine. It's relevant to the discussion because we were talking about this last week as well.
Yeah.
After the podcast.
They get to have their shit out, but like you show some titty and all that, and then Sony's like, "Oh no, you can't do that."
Not even like the like an actual titty. Like we're just saying like a little bit of like some side
cleavage or
boob
something.
action, and it's like the end of the world. But like Cyberpunk over here has this man's whole meat out that you can customize any way you want to customize, and it's like, bro, like yes, it's rated M, but you probably have like teenage kids playing this game customizing some meat. Like they don't know, like they've only seen one meat in their life, like they're gonna customize it to their own. Like what? Like what the hell? Like it's crazy. And the fact that they have that ability in Cyberpunk and it's still like, I don't know, I've never like looked into like what the ESRB like ratings are to be and everything, but I'm assuming if you're showing some whole ass meat that your game should be rated. Isn't there like an X rating or something?
It's AO.
Like
Yeah.
you're showing you modeled some whole ass meat. Like I'm pretty sure that is like, that should be an X-rated game. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a master of the ESRB, so I'm not sure. Again, their rules are very black and white, but I feel like they are blurred sometimes with what they kind of allow, and they never exceed the M rating because they know if they rated X that like no one's gonna fucking buy it. But to be fair, I think if a game came out rated X, it would almost be like, I think more people would buy it because it never happens. But
There's like 20 games that are rated AO, but the reason they're not like on consoles is that there's only like technically 2 that are on consoles, but the only reason they're not on consoles is because what's it called? They all like the big 3 basically like agreed to not have rated AO games on their consoles.
yeah, it is AO, not X. Yeah, I'm looking at a list of rated AO games on Wikipedia, and
I remember one game growing up, and it's Rockstar, of course, but it got banned very easily because of how graphic the violence was for the game, and that was Manhunt.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I remember a lot of people did not want to have that on their console for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well,
I saw that
Manhunt-
on here. It's actually crazy. Well, it's
Manhunt
funny because
2 is only rated AO on the PC version. If you're getting like the console version, it's M. Technically like the only one that came out on console that was rated AO, and it was only rated AO after the fact, was on San Andreas with the hot coffee mod.
yeah, yep,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I see that. There's on Wikipedia, it has like a breakdown of like the details of everything and why, but I mean, if you look at all of these games that are rated AO, just look at the fucking names of them. You can see why they're rated AO. Like,
yeah, most of them are fucking straight up porn games.
Yeah, there's a game called The Joy of Sex. Like, these games are probably showing shit. Like, that's what like blows my mind. I may have to do a little research here to see what the ESRB's like limit of an M-rated game is. But I gotta say, if you're showing some whole ass meat or some whole ass vag or something, like, that's gotta be an AO rating. Like, I don't.
Let's see.
It's funny when you look throughout like all the different ratings and stuff, you'll find like cultural differences. So like over here, if it's like bloody and gory and shit, that it'll like sometimes get a T rating. Most of the times it'll get an M, but not like an AO or anything like that. And we go to like, but if it shows like some titty like cleavage or whatever, it'll get a rated M just purely for that reason. But then you go over to Japan where like it shows some titty and stuff. That's just like rated like I forget what their thing is, but it's like rated 14 and up or something like that. If it's
Peggy?
like Japan's, I forget what, I think it's like Sero, and then it's like A B C D X or something like that. I know Peggy has like Peggy 18, Peggy 14, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, but shit, if you're in Australia or Germany, they'll just ban your fucking game altogether. They don't care.
Yeah, Germany.
Sorry.
What were you gonna say, Brian?
I said, Stigo's favorite series is on this list too. Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, Magna Cum Laude, uncut and uncensored. What a fucking name, dude. We need a remaster. Vivendi Games made it too? Oh my. Okay. Hell yeah.
I think that means technically Activision owns the distribution to that game.
Yeah, I think so because
I think they bought Vivendi Games.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it right now and their successor is Activision Blizzard, so yeah.
That's funny.
So Activision technically owns the IP of Leisure Suit Larry. God, can we get a remaster? No, I mean, I think that I don't understand why, but there's so many. I feel like there's so many games or that, not so many games, but there's games that come out that definitely pass the line, and like it's almost like they're like shushed or looked past because of that. But then but it's like the whole thing with like San Andreas, like, dude, the fact that it was rated AO for the hot coffee scene, like, or mini game, like, it's not like we're seeing some straight up penetration. Like, okay, wow, we see this, it's rated M. Like, I'm sorry, but if it's rated M, like, bro, you can literally go watch porn. Like, you can do this stuff. It's not like you're like seeing stuff that's actually like you're not physically seeing stuff go into things. Like,
what's dumb about that one is the whole reason. No, I mean the only way you could see that is if you hacked the game, if you hacked your console and stuff. Yeah,
it was like in the code, but like it wasn't wasn't accessible to anybody.
Yeah, so like nobody normal or whatever would be able to actually see that scene.
But like the thing, like, it's just ridiculous because again, it's not like you could actually see anything. Like, you couldn't see anything that was happening. Like, so what I'm trying to get at is, like, you could go to like games like freaking like like any GTA game, you can go to a strip club and get a lap dance. Like, yeah, it's not the same thing. Like, the thought process behind it isn't the same thing because a lap dance is different than like having sex, but like, still,
well,
like,
GTA 5, you can have sex with a prostitute and you can like see it happening
in the car. Yeah. Like, it's, I guess because it's not a mini game, you don't have button prompts, so like you're technically not doing it right. I don't know. I think it was also the intent behind the hot coffee mini game, which, like, again, it's like the intent to, like, I don't know. There's a lot of like I definitely think that there's gray areas when it comes to certain things, and you have to look at like the intent of it. But like, I don't think that mini game was like blown so out of proportion, I think.
it's dumb, and I guess I'll end it here with I don't like how Sony's not giving, like, I understand not giving Japan, like, the actual place and its people, like, actually what's it called, not seeing them as, like, a viable audience, just because Japan in general, they're not buying home consoles anymore.
Well,
And like, if they are, it's the Switch, because their whole thing is on the go mostly.
yeah.
So I understand, like, that whole topic, but I don't understand the whole saying fuck you to, like, Japanese studios and stuff like that.
No, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's ridiculous, but I mean,
But
I just think that they shouldn't be stepping in as like they if it's their studios, sure, they have the right to tell them what to do and what not to do. But like the fact that they try to control it so much,
yeah,
is just ridiculous. Like, God forbid you show a little bit of side titty, it's the end of the world. Like,
I
Grand
don't
Theft
think it's
Auto,
up to them.
Grand Theft Auto is like the most sold franchise in the world, and look at the shit you can do there. And you're gonna tell me you censoring a little bit of side titty or saying you can't release a game because it has a little bit of side titty is gonna ruin it? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah,
Let's hope the redistribution of Japan studios doesn't, I don't want to say ruin anything. I feel like it already has, kind of, because of the IPs that they kind of had. But it's not like you're losing the IPs. It's just Japan studios won't be making them. Like, they're still going to be able to be distributed to other studios and be developed. And the people are being redistributed, so it's not the end of the world.
I don't think anyone from, like, their Western studios are gonna want to make fucking Knack 3, you know. So,
I mean, we do it for the meme, baby. Knack 3, come on. Knack 3, baby.
and I kind of hate the whole Knack meme, because I feel like that also played into this.
I mean, but
yeah.
the thing about it is the intention was pure. Like, if you've played Knack, like, Knack is, like, it's not a bad game.
Yeah, it's really not. That's like the first game I played on PS4, and like, is it like an amazing game? No, but it's not a bad game either.
No, it's not a bad game.
Right.
I think the problem with Knack is it's just it's not the game itself, it's the genre. Like, that genre, like, of third person platforming is just, no one gives a shit about it anymore. But like, I think it's actually starting to come back. So I think if they were to make a new Knack game, it would actually get some traction. Because I mean, look at, like, what is it? What's the new Little Big Planet game? Sackboy's Big Adventure, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Like, that's a third person platformer. Like, why isn't that getting toasted? Like, and the funny thing about Little Big Planet is I thought that game would have got toasted off the start, because your main character is called Sackboy. Like, that's the weirdest fucking name for a character. Like, oh, hold on, Mom, I'm gonna go play with my sack. Like, what? What are you talking about? But anyway, you know what? I'm gonna have to throw Knack in the rotation at some point. You know, I'm gonna have to show some respect for Knack and Knack 2.
They're actually, like, I mean, I can't say for Knack 2, but I think they're, like, fine games. Like, they're not gonna, like, set the world on fire or anything like that. But
Right.
No, and the funny thing about them is, like, it's not like they stole a concept. Like, it's an original concept game.
mm-hmm.
But
and
I never understood why they got torched, because it's not like
because Donkey made it.
Well, yeah,
Donkey made it funny, so now that means we gotta make fun of it.
Well, but yeah, Video Game Donkey made fun of it, and I don't necessarily think he made fun of it. It's just the whole meme of, hey, Knack 3, baby! Like, just that meme in general, just, like, him saying that, just, like, it's sad to say, but, like, I think that made it into a meme somehow. But go play them if you haven't, because they're both like $5 a pop, probably.
Probably.
Although I think Knack 1 is kind of annoying when it comes to collectibles. They're kind of random, but
It is.
I think it is, yeah.
I'm gonna look that up, because I'm pretty sure that's like an ultra rare platinum.
Well, while you look that up, we shall go.
Knack is on sale for $5.99, and Knack 2 is $19.99.
The NAC Platinum is a 5.3, so it getting to an ultra rare. It's getting there.
Yeah, NAC 1's about a 6 out of 10. NAC 2's a 4 out of 10.
Man,
Well,
go play them, man. They good games.
yeah. Talking about good games, Need for Speed has some good games. You want to tell us about this one, right?
I found this one just for Snickle, so he could rant. EA delays the new Need for Speed and shifts Criterion to support Battlefield 6.
Man, I'm just tired of Battlefield. Why the fuck? Hold on a second before I start to rant about Need for Speed. Yo, can I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask a few questions. First of all, what the fuck is EA doing with the Battlefield names? Because we went from Battlefield to Battlefield 2 to Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5 to Battlefield 6. Like, what are we doing with the naming here? Like, I don't understand it. And then Battlefield 4 was a number, but then Battlefield 5 was in Roman numeral. Like, what the hell is going on here?
And in between those, it was Battlefield 1.
Yeah, like, what? And my second question...
If you go really far back, it's 1945, and then 1946, and 2145.
Yeah, 1943, you know. But my next question, which is, I'm sure more people that are Battlefield fans are asking this, more than my first question is, dude, like, where's Bad Company 3? Like, they keep making all these Battlefield games. Like, can we make Bad Company? Can we get Bad Company 3? Like, that's literally been talked about since Bad Company 2 came out. Like, and I'm sure, Waves, you played Bad. I mean, you guys probably both played Bad Company 2. Like, that game is phenomenal for what it is, and like how old it is. It's still a phenomenal game. I don't know why they haven't made a Bad Company 3 yet, but
I don't know what people want. Like isn't just Battlefield 3 just Bad Company 3? Isn't
no? Well, the
like,
difference, the difference.
Like the closest, like, I didn't really play Bad Company 2 back when it was big. I played the demo a lot, but that's it. So like, that's my whole thing.
Yeah, the big difference between like the Bad Company games and the actual Battlefield games is like the actual Battlefield games are like very, like, the maps are very large, and like the scaling of like war is like very large, where like the Bad Company games are kind of like not like close quarter, but the maps are like, some of the maps are like smaller, and I guess you could say like more like close quarter. They still have like the vehicles and stuff, but like it's just more, it's almost, it's like a gap between like the map sizes in Call of Duty and then the map sizes in like real Battlefield games.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bridge between the two is like the whole purpose of like the Bad Company games. But I just don't know why they're not making, like, they haven't, like, people have been asking for a new Bad Company for ages. I don't get why they haven't made it yet. I don't get it. But to the point that you guys probably thought was going to piss me off with Need for Speed, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them taking a year off, because the last 3 Need for Speeds have been hot ass garbage. Ever since they rebooted it, it's been fucking garbage. Other than the customization, it's been garbage. The games play like garbage. They look like garbage. Like, the story is garbage. The customization is cool. But other than that, they're garbage. What I would like to see personally, man, love Criterion. I love the Need for Speed games they've made. Since EA bought Codemasters, just let Codemasters make EA the Need for Speed games. Like, let Codemasters make them, and let people from Criterion give them ideas to do it, so that at least Criterion is staying there with the thoughts, but we're going to actually get a Need for Speed game that actually feels like you're driving a car and not driving on ice.
That would be nice.
I want to know, like, what the hell's going on with Battlefield 6. Like, the reason they stopped working on Battlefront 2 was for the whole studio for all of the DICE studios to work on Battlefield 6, and now they're bringing in like Criterion to work on Battlefield 6. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
with Battlefield 6 that they need like so many hands on it.
That is a good point because, yeah, like you said, a few months ago they stopped content for Battlefront 2 because they were moving DICE over to Battlefield 6 to focus on Battlefield. But now Criterion is going over to Battlefield as well?
Like, how many teams do you need working on one game?
I don't know. Look, this is my dream, okay? My dream is, like I said, Codemasters to just... Look, EA owns Codemasters now. Just let them, like, develop all their racing games. Like, let them actually develop them and let Criterion help with the thoughts. And do that for Need for Speed. And here's a really good idea. Bring back Burnout.
Yes.
Like Codemasters has knowledge of how to make like a Demolition Derby style game. They made it with Dirt Showdown. They know what to do. Every single Codemaster game from a racing and car physics perspective is phenomenal. Like, they are simulation, but they can tone them back to not be simulation. Like, if you've played, like, Dirt 3 or, like, Dirt Showdown, like, those games, like, anyone can pick up and play them and it can be fun. Like, that's where I stand. I'm not mad that they're delaying them. I mean, the Need for Speed games have been garbage the past few years, but, well, Need for Speed's kind of been garbage since Most Wanted 2005, but that's a whole different discussion.
All right then.
But
well, thank you for your input, Nicole.
Yeah, that's my rant. We'll see where it goes. I would love to see Codemasters almost step up in this situation. I don't know what EA is doing with them. EA bought Codemasters for billions of dollars, and I have no idea. They've literally shared nothing of what they're doing with them. So I don't know if they bought them to actually develop good racing games or they bought them for their IPs. I have no fucking idea. But I mean,
bought them to shut them down, probably.
I would hope for both, that they bought them for their IPs and to help them with their racing games. But like, I'm telling you, like, Need for Speed gets, like, a lot of people like it, but, like, Need for Speed needs a lot of help when it comes to, like, the physics of their games. Because they have no idea what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And Codemasters has never made a game that doesn't feel good to drive in. Because they understand the concept that they're making a racing game. The number one thing that matters in the racing game is the physics of the game. That's like making like a first person shooter and then like the guns feeling clunky, or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole purpose of the game, is to shoot a gun. If it feels clunky, then like, why? There's no point of playing it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with Battlefield 6, because I think that's the more interesting question, Waves. What's going on with Battlefield 6 if they're pulling they're pulling DICE over and Criterion to work on it? Is Criterion going to make like a racing game inside of Battlefield 6?
But is it like, because DICE has 2 studios, I think, right? Like at Stockholm and then like normal DICE.
Yeah.
So I think Stockholm was the one working on Battlefront 2. So like now they've got both DICE studios working on that. And now they have Criterion coming on. It's just kind of like, what?
Yeah, and it says in this article that Criterion won't be going back to racing games until 2022. So that's crazy, man. Battlefield 6 better be the best fucking game that ever comes out at this point. That's all I'll say.
Alright, on to our next topic. Epic Games is buying Mediatonic. Mediatonic is the developer who made Fall Guys. Did it say how much, actually? I don't see.
It doesn't have a price. I don't see one in the article, at least.
I chose this topic because it's kind of neat. Fall Guys was one of the bigger summer games of last year to hit the PlayStation Store. People still buy it. I think they're on like season 3 or 4, and it's hitting Switch and Xbox later this year.
So are we just gonna let Epic Games buy every single multiplayer game that comes out that isn't owned by Activision or something?
They've
Like
only bought
some big
two.
studio?
I mean, they've only bought 2. I don't think they're doing anything crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking two, and they already like the assets that they own already. Like it's almost like they're I don't want to say praying because I feel like that's a little too strong, but it's almost like they're going after these companies that don't have a backing and they're just offering them cash and like they can't say no, kind of. Which like I mean,
Right.
more power to them because like when they bought Psyonix, Psyonix hasn't made anything but Rocket League and Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars. So I mean, it's kind of it. I mean, that's like Waves like making a game and it being like, kind of a big deal, and then someone coming to them and being like, "Hey, we'll take this game off your hands and this IP for $300 million." I mean, of course, Waves is going to cash in, and make that bread, but
Would you, Waves?
Well, I just said yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't see anything bad about it. Like,
No, I thought it was interesting.
I also don't like. Do people still play Fall Guys?
Yeah, they just did like a winter break, and it still has a good following from what I can tell. And like I said, it's coming to the Switch, which I think is going to be a big hit on the Switch because that's a game you can play on the go, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I don't
you
want
need
to.
internet to play it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I don't
not
want
like
to
I'm
say
gonna be
sadly
playing-
it still has people playing it, but yes, it does have people playing it here and there.
I still like Fall Guys because it made so many people cry. So,
That is,
and then for that one trophy,
yeah.
Well, I liked Fall Guys purely because people were like, "Why are you tryharding? Like, why don't you just play the game? Like, he's playing the game. The point of playing the game is to win."
Yeah. That shit was funny when it came out. And people were like, "Look at this guy tryharding. Like, all he wants to do is win." Well, what do you want him to do? Jump off the map and kill himself and let you win? Like, of course this man's trying to win. He's going to use any tactic he wants to,
right?
as long as
Which
he's not like
they've done
breaking the
a lot.
game. Like, what?
Like, fuck
My
this.
favorite thing is they've done a lot for charity since they came out. So
I mean, good for them. I mean,
they did a thing where the top donator would get like their character made into a character like for the game,
mhm.
and all the money went to charity, and it was Mr. Beast and Ninja going at it for money wise.
Damn. Of course.
And I think they came to agreement. I think each of them put up like $2 million apiece.
Jesus. I know that they recently just came out with like a Cuphead character because my favorite streamer, Darkside Phil, was playing it the other night. So
Yeah, he sucks at the game.
yeah, he's funny. Any multiplayer game he plays is funny because he just says that the game's
Any
lagging.
game he plays,
But
he sucks at.
yeah, but I mean, I just think I'm glad that the game like is doing good. I get that it's going to get more exposure with Epic buying it to be able to put it on, the Epic Game Store and everything. But like, I just feel like I wish some of these smaller developers, like, okay, imagine Psyonix put out, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars, right? And it was a big fucking hit and like a blockbuster game like Rocket League, and then Epic Games bought them, and instead of them developing another game, they just kept milking the one game. Like that's the type of stuff that worries me because we talk about it all the time about how we want developers to work on making new games instead of remastering and stuff like that. Like if that was to be the case, like look, Rocket League's a perfect example. The game's been out since it came out in 2015. We're going on 6 years that game has come out, and there's no talk about a new one. And like, yeah, there doesn't need to be because I think it is a good game the way it is. But like, Psyonix could work on other games. They could make a new game. Like I don't know. And with like Epic owning them, they're like limited to what they can do.
I don't think them being bought by Epic or not is gonna change their ideas of whether or not they're gonna keep working on the same game or just make a new one.
Well, no, it doesn't change their thoughts, but it changes if they will actually be able to, because if Epic owns them and Epic's paying the bills, if they're like, well, we want to develop a new game, and Epic's like, no, we don't want to, like, they're kind of like the end all be all at the end of the day, whether they're gonna get funding to do that or not. So,
but that can be said for anything.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is Psyonix was their own entity, and if they decided that they wanted to put resources into a new game, they could make that decision. Now they don't have that choice to. If them as a team want to do that, they don't have the they have to get permission from mom and dad to make that choice.
I mean, if you want to be honest, I don't think Epic is gonna like tell them no.
Yeah, but there's just that there's that next level, because we haven't heard anything, and I'm speculating 100% here, but if there is some sort of like bottlenecking going on to creating new IPs. But like I said, Rocket League doesn't need anything. Like, that game could live on for years. I would love to see like DLC and shit added to it, because I would like to see people cry. But,
like, I'm sure if Psyonix came up to Epic, like a B team or whatever, came up to Epic and was like, "Hey, we want to make this game," I'm sure Epic would say yes, especially because I think the reason they're buying these studios is because they also want to build up their portfolio to also have like stuff on their Epic Games Store.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to... The way I look at it is... I'm looking at it, which I shouldn't, is I'm looking at it from the aspect of like what EA has done with their studios in the past. Where like I don't want to see that happen with some of these studios. Like, I'm glad that Epic's buying them. These studios are getting infinite amount of funding now for stuff because of all of the assets that Epic has and the money that they're making off of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see that type of stuff happen where just one day Epic's like, oh, well, we got to dissolve Psyonix, oh, well, is what it is. Like, and I don't know if it'll happen. It hasn't happened with them yet, but I guess I get into like that defensive mode of like what's been happening with like EA and everything, of not wanting to see that happen to other developers, because it is sad. You don't want to see developers go down, especially when they've created like such phenomenal games. But I'm looking at the worst case scenario, which I shouldn't be.
I think you should only worry about that if they were bought by EA or if they were bought by Activision or like Ubisoft or something like that. I don't think you should really worry about that with Epic Games, especially because Epic Games kind of has fuck you money right now.
Well, yeah, they definitely, and they're gonna have fuck you money for a while, but yeah. I'm just looking at it in the worst case scenario of like not wanting that to happen. But which like, to be fair, if it does happen, like it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because yeah, they get rid of a studio, but it's not like they're losing anything else. Like, all they're losing is a studio. They dissolve the employees to other studios, and it is what it is. But
yeah, it's not like Mediatonic has made like anything else other than like Fall Guys, or
mm-hmm.
It's not like Psyonix has made anything else other than super acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
And Rocket League, yeah.
I got one question for you though, Snickle.
What?
Can you say super acrobatic robot, whatever the fuck it's called, 3 times
super
fast?
Acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars. Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars. Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Okay, never mind.
How can you do it 5 times fast?
Nah, I don't feel like doing it right now. I gotta take a piss. I'm holding it.
We still got one more topic.
I'm holding it. All I'm gonna say to end it is, it does upset me a little bit, but I do understand the concept behind it, and I just don't want Epic Games to bottleneck their creativity. Not saying they're going to. I just don't. I can see that happening because of what has happened in other companies, and that's what I don't want to see. And I'll leave it at that.
Alrighty.
Alright, so for our final topic of the night, Bethesda is being sued for Fallout 4, actually.
Why?
Because of the season pass.
because it didn't include everything?
Yeah. Well, because there was a season pass, from my understanding, that was supposed to include everything. And one guy, he feels cheated because he bought the season pass thinking he'll get everything, and then when they did like an update or whatever, then he realized he couldn't get it because he needed to buy another season pass. He felt cheated. Well, the funny thing is about this is that it's like $1 billion lawsuit right now because how many people bought it. It'll be like a class action lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is now, who does this go after? Well, because Microsoft owns Bethesda now. Will Microsoft get sued and have to pay it out?
I don't know. I'm reading this right now, and this guy's fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah. I've read it too.
He's like...
So wait, what's his argument?
So his argument is that... So he bought the Season Pass, which includes all the DLC or whatever. But he's saying that that's a lie because it doesn't include the Creation Club content. Which is like the paid mods thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's like suing him.
Yeah.
He's just fucking stupid. This guy's fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
The basic argument of the suit is that players like Devon were deceived and that Bethesda is drawing a distinction between the Fallout 4 DLC and Creation Club content that doesn't really exist. Importantly, the majority of the Creation Club content is made in-house by Bethesda. Most of the Creation Club content is created internally. The company explains on its site, some with external partners who have worked with our games and some with external creators. It was described in contemporary interviews with Bethesda's Pete Hines as almost like mini DLCs. So wait, he's saying that he doesn't get access to the actual Creation Club?
He doesn't get all that stuff for free, is what he's saying.
Right. Because he paid money. He thinks he should get it free because he already paid money for the season pass.
So is he basically saying he's not getting microtransactions for free, so
that's why he's suing them.
So he's suing them?
Mm-hmm.
So basically this argument could go to literally any game with microtransactions that has a season pass.
See, I was thinking... So when Brian was talking about it, I was thinking, it's probably like the whole deal with FF15 where they had like Season Pass 1 and then it was like all that DLC with like episode Gladiolus and all that shit.
Yeah, that shit was kind of bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah, and then they decided to do like Season Pass 2, which was going to have like Arden, Noctis, and I forget the other two. But it was supposed to have all that. So I was thinking it was like that shit where they said, this is a season pass and you get all the DLCs with it. And then later they came out with more DLC or some shit like that. But no, I mean, this is dumb.
The lawsuit charges Bethesda with a bunch of behaviors, including breach of contract, unjust enrichment, deceit or fraud, fraudulent concealment, and negligent misrepresentation, among other things. One wild aspect of it is the damages being sought. It's a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. Even a conservative multiplier of 4 or 5 times the damages would yield multi-billions of dollars in damages. I mean, that's true. Like, the whole point of like
if he wins,
the purpose of suing something is to get reimbursement for what has happened to you, and most of the times it's hard to put a monetary value on it because people will say that a lot of it is emotional damage. So it's hard to, and that's why a lot of these lawsuits that you see, people do get stupid money, but it's not for a monetary, like a digital monetary item. Like, it's because someone will be like, I'm suing you because you caused emotional damage to me, and I think that that's valued at $500 million. Which I don't know how the hell you can value emotional damage, but like, whatever, do what you got to do. I don't know how you can sue for multi-billion dollars on some 50-cent microtransactions.
Yeah, no, this is...
I mean, if anything, Bethesda should be like, fuck you, and then if it is anything, they'll be like, all right, you can get, we'll buy, here's $50, like, give them like $100 bill and say, go buy all the microtransactions with that. Like,
it's like someone who bought like the season pass for like Call of Duty before they like started giving it for free, and they were like, I didn't get all these skins for free, so now I gotta sue you. Like, you were never promised the skins.
Dude, if anything, like, what was it? Was it Black Ops 3 was the one that was stupid, where they sold a season pass that was supposed to include all the DLCs, and then they sold the zombies DLCs differently from the season pass?
Oh yeah, because it was like, so you got all the map packs and the first few like zombie maps, and then they decided to remaster like the World at War and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 maps.
Yeah.
And they sold that separately.
Yeah. But the thing is like, it probably says in the description of the season, like, you can buy a season pass, but the description tells you what's in it. Like, if the season pass says includes all content, then like it should include. But like, the thing is like Call of Duty is usually really good about it, where they will like specify the exact map packs that are given in that DLC.
Right.
I'm looking up the Fallout 4 one right now.
So like, if they exceed, or if they put any DLC out other than what they've included in the season pass, then it's obviously not included. That's common sense. Like, anybody would assume that. It's just that's like a dumb argument. Oh, you're selling a season pass that isn't supposed to include everything. Well, that's not what the description of the season pass says. Like Wave says, FF15 has the most retarded season pass I've ever seen in my life. Sorry for the word, but like, it's stupid. Like, you have a season pass that's split up into like multiple things, but doesn't include the last DLC that came out, and like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
And it's funny because if you read further in the article, they're like, whether this all adds up to billions in damages is highly questionable, because this may be content worth just under $300 per player.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this guy Marcino was claiming, that like, even with a conservative multiplier of 4 to 5 times, you would not yield multi-billion dollars of damages, and you can't say your damages are emotional. Like, fuck out of here. Are you crying over some DLC?
And it's kind of funny because he's going to be going up against Microsoft lawyers now.
Oh,
good luck.
But I'm sure that Microsoft and Bethesda, or I should say ZeniMax, they're lawyered up. This man went down the street and got his $5 lawyer, and they're lawyered up. Like, you got no chance, my dude. I'm sorry.
Right, you're gonna lose, and Ben, you're gonna be charged the court fees.
Yeah, they're gonna go in there, and this guy's gonna be like, so do you guys want to plea? And they're gonna be like, they're just gonna like flip him off, like, plea this motherfucker. we're about to fuck you up.
So this is what like the description says, right? We've always done a lot of add-on content for our games. We love making them, and and you always ask us for more. To reward our fans, this time we'll be offering a season pass that will get you all of the Fallout add-ons: Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Vault-Tec Workshop, and Nuka World. So they list like which ones you get.
Yeah, right. And that's what every season pass typically does. They always list exactly what you're going to get from it because of instances like this.
Yeah, like anytime I buy a season pass alone, I look, or even like who is it? It's Ubisoft that does like the golden editions, you know. And I look through like the list, like, all right, I'm actually getting the DLC with this, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid that you have to look at that stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna like lie. Like, typically, like 9 out of 10 times, if you buy a season pass and you're looking at it from a trophy perspective, you're going to get every single DLC that has trophies. Right. 9 out of 10 times. There are those anomalies that happen where you may have to buy an extra DLC or something like that isn't included. But like, this has to be like, is it April yet? Is it April 1st? Like, is this a joke? When's the court date? April 1st? This man gonna go in here and say, April Fools, got you. Oh my god.
They get sued for wasting their time.
It's such a... I'm sorry. That's so fucking stupid. Like, I'm sure there's some game out there you can actually, like, sue. Like, I think fucking Final Fantasy 15 would be a better, like, contender for this shit or something.
Right.
FF15, I mean, like, even, I would say, like, Black Ops 3, like, those games, like, where you have to pay an additional fee on top of the season pass to get the content. But like I said, the season passes usually always list exactly what they have in them. So, like, even if a season pass listed something and it didn't come like with the season pass, you're better off contacting the company than trying to have a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit put out against them. Like, what the... Like, this guy would have been better off emailing ZeniMax and being like... Or Bethesda and being like, hey, I bought the season pass, but I don't have the creator content, blah, 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 blah. They could have easily explained to him what was happening, and then he could have been like, okay, well, I bought the season pass, am I not entitled to... And they could have had a conversation rather than him just saying, like, F you, I'm about to go make this bread. Like, more like, F you, this man about to lose his house because he's going to have to pay all the court fees.
Right, and he's stupid. He doesn't think that Microsoft is not going to back up their latest transaction.
Literally, they just bought ZeniMax for $7.5 billion. You think they're gonna throw him under the bus? Hell no.
Fuck no.
Yeah, no, this one is dumb.
Yeah, that's why I chose it.
This whole situation is dumb.
Dude, what's up with all these lawsuits, like class action shit, like all of these lawsuits that these people try to do against these companies? Like,
because people want money, but they're fucking morons.
Oh yeah, it's all about the quick buck. I mean, to be fair, I like the class action against Sony for the stick drift. That shit's like in the dust. I haven't heard about that in a while.
Oh hell no. Yeah,
it's because I wasn't there when you guys were talking about it, but that shit was so stupid. Like I don't know what people. I know you're starting to get drift, Brian, but.
Yeah, I got it in one of my controllers. Like, me and you were talking about it, I think, last week about it, I think.
But, like, I don't know what these people are doing with their controllers.
Dropping them?
I don't know if they're, like, bashing it against a fucking wall or something. Well, but, like, I never had any Joy-Con drift. I don't have any DualSense drift. The only time I ever got drift was, like, on PS3 and PS4 controllers after years of fucking using them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, like, the thing is, like, honestly, if you have a little stick drift, is it the end of the world? Fuck no. Like, you either deal with it or you figure out a way to fix it. Like, take the controller apart, reset. Like, there's things you can do. I mean,
and if you get it, like,
this shit is stupid. It's like you buying a car and then, like, 20,000 miles or whatever, you're like, wait, I need new tires on this? Why didn't they tell me this up front? I'm suing this company because I gotta buy these new tires. Like, what? No, that's just like wear and tear. That's just part of it. Like,
I gotta do an oil change on a car? I didn't know that.
What? I gotta pay to do an oil? What?
And if if it like straight out of the box has it, that's why fucking places have like 30-day return plans and shit like that.
Well, and
you know, like I have it in one of my controllers, and I have blatantly said to both of you and on this podcast, I might have dropped that controller. I don't know. You know, it may have fell when I wasn't home and somebody picked it up.
Well,
who knows?
And that's what Brian and I were talking about. Is that like that lawsuit is stupid because even if you somehow are the anomaly that had a controller that had stick drift right out of the box, right? You just contact Sony. They already have a program in place where you send the controller back to them and then they send you a different one. Like the whole point of like a class action is like if a company is like intentionally doing something, or like suing people in general is like if a company is like intentionally doing something and then not doing anything about it to like fix it. Like it's just ridiculous.
I think they're just trying to jump on the bandwagon of Microsoft being sued for their controller and Nintendo having this issue. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. It's crazy.
Just some people are dumb. Not everybody, you know. The people listening to this podcast are smart. But...
yeah, sometimes.
most of the time.
Damn.
If you've listened to this right now, I don't know how you do it, but it's fun.
Damn, Waves said sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be saying some dumb shit sometimes. Favorite.
What, Waves?
I'd be saying some dumb shit sometimes.
But
oh my god.
Just fucking stupid.
You know what? Sorry. You know what I just remembered that I forgot happened this week?
What?
Sony's discontinuing, like, being able to buy TV shows and movies on the PlayStation Store in August of this year.
Why?
Oh, that's an actual thing? Huh.
Yeah.
Never did that before.
I mean, I only have stuff on there because they gave it to me for free, but they're just doing. I guess they're just getting rid of it. I just remembered about it.
I mean, it seems like a pointless thing to do, but sure.
They're gonna come out with their own streaming service.
I mean, if they're gonna do that, then it makes sense. But
Sony already owns like every anime fucking streaming service now, so.
man.
I mean, I was just saying that as a joke. I don't know if they're actually doing it.
They probably will, because they own Crunchyroll now.
Do they?
They bought it, I believe.
Damn.
I just think the whole lawsuit shit is stupid. Like, it only makes sense to do it if what is happening is intentional, and like none of this shit is intentional, man. Like Sony isn't they're not making controllers and intentionally handing them out like broken.
Yeah, Waves. Sony's Funimation buys Crunchyroll for $1.2 billion.
Damn. That's a lot of money.
Waves feeling some type of way now.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he bought from AT&T.
I don't really watch that, so. But yeah.
Well, we'll
this is a
have
short
to see.
podcast.
This won't go anywhere, so we'll just have to wait and see where it doesn't go, because
it's gonna get thrown out. We already know this.
Yeah, I would love to hear like the response from Bethesda when
it's not even gonna go to court.
I don't even think they're going to like say anything. They're just gonna be like, "This guy's fucking retarded." I'm sorry for my language.
If they get like a court summons, though, they're gonna have to do something. But I don't know if that'll happen. So
I don't think
it's not even gonna go to court.
But
now this guy's probably gonna get like a letter from him in the mail that's like, if like we're not paying shit out to you if you don't like, if you take us to court, we will be like countersuing and like for like damages, and we will be like taking your house or something crazy like that.
Our lawyer is better than our lawyers are better than your lawyer. That's all you need to know.
I mean,
this guy comes in looking for like that much money, and then Microsoft just steals everything from him.
I mean, it's crazy because like I'm sure if this was to go to court and this like was to not go through, like I'm sure like Microsoft could countersue this guy for slander. Which would be kind of funny, but
maybe, yeah.
Because I mean, he did the same thing that like those guys were doing with like the DualSense, like saying like where was it? Saying that their behaviors include breach of contract, unjust enrichment, deceit or fraud, and fraudulent concealment, and negligent misrepresentation, among other things. So, those are some big things to be saying to a big company.
Guess we'll just have to wait and see where this goes.
On the
if
next
it goes
episode.
Anywhere.
Next
week's podcast.
Yeah, someone's got to do on the next episode of the Rogue Hunters podcast.
Will this idiot get money? Find out.
On the next episode of Rogue Hunters 5, does Wade still have power? Is there snow still in Texas?
Will Snickle
Will
get
this
a platinum?
guy ever get money? Is Sony still being sued? Does Microsoft even still make consoles? We never know.
Will Waves ever get money to buy the Need for Speed DLC? Find out.
Find out in the next episode.
Next week.
Dang, I need to get like a voice changer to get some deep voice to do that.
I can't do deep. I could go like high pitch. That's it.
I can't do deep. I mean, I guess I could lower my thing a little bit, but I'm not gonna do that. Should I try it out?
Why not?
What's it at?
Should we end the podcast?
Does this sound way different? Nah, probably not.
Nah.
Well,
thank you everybody for listening to our experiment.
That ain't doing too much for me, so I'll just leave it there.
Thank you everybody that is listening. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Leave a comment. If you have any topics, please feel free to email or leave a comment or message any of us on the Discord. or our Twitters. We usually answer pretty quickly if we're not working.
Yeah, like this video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leave a comment if you got a topic. We'll discuss it next week. Give you a small shout out for the topic as well. Get us 100 likes so we can play some Killzone.
Mm-hmm. We get in there. 100 subs is coming around the corner.
You boys have anything to add?
No, just thanks everyone for the support recently. It's been pretty crazy. So from basically starting from nothing.
Yeah, it's been a fun 15 episodes. Really, it's kind of amazing. We are already at episode 15.
Yeah, we may get a guest on here at some point.
Oh, and we're sorry this is coming out a day later than usual.
Yeah, we had some. It wasn't even technical difficulties. We had some
scheduling issues,
realistic difficulties. So
someone forgot that Tuesdays was for the boys.
For the boys.
Yeah. Who the hell messed that one up?
And the name rhymes with tickle.
Who the hell would mess that up, man? That must be a selfish person.
Thanks for watching, you guys, or listening.
They watched it too.
They probably did. I got that nice little graphic
the bar
going.
Go up and down as we talk.
I got that nice little bar thing going on,
Yeah.
That's why I said or.
You're right. You did.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta take a piss though. So.
Me too. I gotta piss.